We're back to CALS Tailgate at Home. We're going to talk about dry rubs. So dry rubs can be as complicated as you want them, or they can be as simple as you want them. I'm kind of the mindset that simpler is better. We want the meat to be the showcase, not necessarily the rub. So in this case, we're going to build a very simple salt pepper rub. We call it the North Carolina State Meat Lab rub. It is literally salt, pepper, and garlic and onion powder. But it works well with all types of meat, whether you're doing briskets or beef briskets. It works good on pork, it works good on chicken. It's just a good base dry rub to bring some salt, to bring some pepper, some overtones that then you can use your own sauce to make your signature flavor that you want to have on your barbecue. So to build this rub, it's very straightforward. We'll use our kosher salt, a cup of kosher salt. We're going to use a cup of coarse pepper. Now, the coarser the better. And then we're going to use a tablespoon of the onion powder, a tablespoon of the garlic powder. Mix it up. So we're going to put a shot of Calabrian red chili pepper flakes in here. All right, and that's just to your taste. We'll mix that up. We got to have the school colors, right, in our dry rub. So we've got a little white, we've got a little red, we've got a little black. So we're going to call this the CALS Tailgate at Home rub for our purposes today. We're going to go ahead and cut this into a little more manageable pieces. As a rule of thumb, when you're preparing barbecue or you're preparing meats for large groups, a good rule of thumb is 3/4 of a pound to 1 pound of raw meat per person that you plan on having at your party or at your dinner. Now, we're going to go ahead and cut these into chops. At my house, at my barbecue tailgate, that's a pork chop. An inch, inch and a half is where you need to cut a pork chop. Grab a little of our rub, sprinkle all sides. So you can get as complicated as you want with these rubs, but some other good additions include things like sugar. Sugar is a good addition in some rubs if you want to cut some of the harshness that salt brings to the rub. I caution that you don't put too much sugar in a dry rub, because as the sugar cooks, it will brown or it'll caramelize. So keeping the sugar in a manageable range, and when I say manageable range, I'm talking in percentages of what you might build in the rub. When we start talking about those additions of things like sugar, I wouldn't go more than about 20% on the sugar. You get much over that, 20, 30, 40%, you're gonna run the risk of having that product look like charcoal when it comes off the smoker. All right, so those are two nice chops ready to go for the grill. These are gonna be cooked relatively quickly, so put it on a nice hot fire. You're gonna cook to the internal temperature of about 150 degrees, pull them off and let them rest for about 5 minutes before you eat them. You won't be disappointed.